So I'll start by presenting myself. So my name is Matthew Kinney. I'm an American, but I live and work here in Lille, France. And I originally came to the university as an exchange student. It was a while ago now. It was back in 2006 that I first came to Europe and came to France. And a lot like you, Noah, I studied international business, business administration, and that was my major as well. So I do have some good insights as to how that program works because it was the program I did as an international student. So I've been now working for the university office since 2016. I moved here full-time, however, in 2018. I was working remotely from the US and on a part-time basis for our summer program a couple years before that. But what I can say is that I really do love the university and the city of Lille. So much so that, I did a full academic year here as well as a summer internship. And I ultimately wanted to come back, and 10 years after I graduated, I made my way back to Lille. So I do have a lot of information I could share with you as an American living in Lille and what that might be like as a student as well. So a little bit of history about the university. The Lille Catholic University is 145 years old. This is a sketch of the main academic building on the right, with a botanical garden in the foreground there, which still exists today. It's in front of the medical school. So this drawing is from the medical school looking out, but the botanical garden still exists, still in use by the medical school as well. And then you have the science faculty on the left. That building has been completely renovated. You'll see a picture of it later. It's actually now an off or a classroom building, but the outside of it is a solar power plant. So we actually produce all the energy that we need on campus from this new building. So some key facts about Lille itself. So I'm sure one of the first things you did when you were interested in coming to Lille was you asked yourself, where is it in France? You looked it up online. And we're located in the northern part of France on the border of Belgium. Really a phenomenal location as an international student. You're an hour away from Paris, 30 minutes from Brussels, an hour and a half from London, and 2.5 hours from Amsterdam, all by train. And these are direct connected trains. So it's really, really simple to get around, visit other European capitals while you're home based in Lille. And what I love about Lille is it's a very young and vibrant city. It's definitely a student city. There's over 100,000 students in this city each academic year. And because it's a student-oriented and student-populated city, it's rather affordable. So it's certainly not as expensive as Paris or Brussels or London, which makes, your money that, your hard-earned money you have as a student go a little bit further. And that was certainly something that I was able to take advantage of. And there's always events catered to students, and you have discounts with your student card at all sorts of shops and restaurants and things like that. So really has a great student vibe, in my opinion. So the university itself is the largest private university in France, and we're what's known as a federation of higher education institutes. So we actually have 25 schools, colleges, faculties, Grande École. Grande École would be the US equivalent of an Ivy League school that make up the university, the federation of the Lille Catholic University. We, of course, have very tight relationships with the corporate world as well as political institutions in and outside of Lille, and we're a very international-minded university. So some key figures about the university. We have over 32,000 full-time students. So again, it is a large university. It's the largest private university in France. But that's not saying so much because there aren't many private universities. There's only about 10 private universities in France because generally the universities are public and free. So the 25 colleges and institutions, that's what makes up the federation. We have over 200 different degree programs available. And certainly between that many degree programs, there's plenty of courses available in English if you don't want to take courses in French. So you don't have to have any minimum level of French to study here. It's certainly recommended that you take a French for travel course or something along those lines, but we have enough courses available to you in English that you don't have to take courses in French if you don't want to, or if it's not part of your major. There's over 300 student unions, which is really cool. So certainly for those of you who will be here for entire academic year, there's 300 different student associations. So really whatever you're interested in, I think you'll be able to find something, and I highly recommend joining one or two of those. It'll really be a great way for you to meet local French students, or you could even join the International Club, which will be a mix of international students and French students, or you could join a club that is more to your liking if there's a specific area of interest that you're looking for. But it is really great that the university has such large student associations, and I definitely recommend all international students to at least check out an information session and see if it might be the right fit for you. We're very heavily involved in research. So we have over 660 professors that are also researchers. We have 100 double diploma degrees around with partner universities. An interesting fact about the university is we also own a hospital group. So we have a very large teaching hospital that has over 800 beds. And then we have a couple other smaller hospitals, and they're semi-private, semi-public hospitals throughout Lille, as well as assisted nursing homes and living centers, over 500 beds in those facilities. In addition to that, we have a very extensive international partner network, Oglethorpe, of course, being one of them. We have over 500 partners worldwide, and we send 5,000 of our students abroad each year, and we receive over 5,000 students each year. Don't get overwhelmed by thinking, wow, that's really too many international students. Because the university, as I mentioned, is a federation, there's 25 different schools, grande école, institutions, faculties, colleges, etc. You won't cross all 5,000 of them at the same time. And we have a couple of smaller campuses dotted around Lille, and that we do have a campus in Paris as well, for one of our business schools. And that particular business school gets about 1,000 of the international students themselves. So you'll have definitely plenty of opportunity to meet lots of international students, but don't be overwhelmed that it's going to be too many or that you feel like it's going to be a crowded campus. The campus is very large. It's situated over many, many city blocks. And we're about a 15-minute walk from the historic city center of Lille. So another reason I love Lille is you can get around the city very easily. You don't need a car. The public transportation system is phenomenal. Buses, subways, tramways, and they also have a free bike system that you can sign up for. So you can take a bike, and I think they have, it's something like over 150 stations around the city. So really you can hop on the bike, you can take it 10 minutes, to the mall or, to the city center or whatever. You put it into your station, and then you do your shopping, and then you take it back to where you got it from. They're interchangeable stations. But anyways, easy to get around the city of Lille, which is great. So the university is what we refer to as a multidisciplinary university. So as I mentioned, it's the federation. We've got 25 different partner or institutions, and they cover 6 main areas of study. So we have law, economics, business, and management. We have innovation and design thinking. We have arts, humanities, theology, ethics, and education, health and social care, sciences and technologies, and political science and international relations as the 6 main umbrella groups of areas of study. This schematic here gives you an idea, just kind of visual idea of how the university is laid out. Because when I mentioned that it's made up of 25 different faculties and colleges, it gets a little complicated. So if we work our way from left to right, in the left-hand top side where you see Junia, ESEG, ISTC, etc., those are the grande école. Those are the very big triple accredited schools that belong to the university. Then we have the hospital group is the next section there. In the center, we have our faculties, which is our law school, our business and management school, our arts and humanities school, our medical school, theology school, political science. We even have a video game and animation school. which is always pretty cool to see what they're up to. The next section is the student services section. So the first one you see there is all. All handles the residences, they handle the restaurants, and they handle the athletic facilities. So just briefly to mention the residence situation, all international students are guaranteed a residence on campus if you wish for it. Of course, you could choose to find your own, but we recommend going through the all a service because you're going to be with other international students. You're going to be in the buildings the closest to campus. And then depending upon the level of luxury, I guess we could say, you want in your student residence will depend on the price. So they do have residences that are simply a very small room. It's about 10 square meters. It has a bed in it. It has a dresser. It has a small fridge to keep some of your personal food items. It has a sink, but then everything else is shared. So shared restrooms, shared showers, shared kitchen, etc. Those are going to be the least expensive. And then they have options all the way up to where you have your own kitchen in your room. It's basically a studio apartment with your own kitchenette, your own bathroom, shower, toilet, sink, etc. And those are going to be on the more expensive side of things. And all that information with the prices is available on the All website. So kind of give you an idea of the breakout there of how the university is situated. We touched on research already. We touched on some innovative teaching methods. So that's the building there on the right-hand side. If you remember the first sketch you saw of the old building on the left, the Sciences Academy, that building is still there, but it's under this new skin, if you will. And on the top of this particular building is all solar panels. So we've converted into a solar power plant. It's 1,400 square meters of solar panels, which actually powers most of the university that's on this block. So it's important to say just this block, not all of campus, but we're hoping to be zero carbon by, I believe, 2035 is the goal of the university. Other picture there is connected farming. We do have a great agricultural school there that does a lot of cool things in terms of connected farming. So they're constantly monitoring all sorts of soil levels and things like that. So that's kind of an overview of the university. I did just want to also touch on the summer program briefly. I'm sorry, I think actually I jumped ahead of a few slides there. Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I had some more on there. Yeah, so how can you come and study at the university? So for Oglethorpe, there's two possible ways. You can come as an exchange student through a traditional study abroad program. So what you've done already is you've contacted Marissa in the international office, you've gotten some preliminary information, and that's the route you need to go through to come as an exchange student. We do have an online application process. So as Marissa said in the beginning, a couple of you have been nominated already. So you'll be given a link to start the online application process probably this week that you'll need to complete. And then that'll get the ball rolling in terms of the application and getting you your invitation letter and everything so that you can apply for your student visa. However, we also have the Lille programs. The Lille programs are our short-term programs, and most notably and most popular is our summer program. The summer program is a 4-week program, but we do it twice. We do one session in June and we do one session in July. And it's an all-inclusive package. So it includes your academic tuition, your transfer of credit, your accommodation, your meal and transportation passes, extracurricular activities, detailed orientation session, and we have personalized assistance and 24/7 support. And that is a great way if you're not sure about coming abroad for a semester or a full year, or you're a little hesitant or don't want to be away from home for that long. The summer program is a great way to get a feel for what study abroad is like, and then you could decide, you had so much fun, you want to do a semester. So then you would just, see your friends at the international office and look into semester programs. So I'm just going to back up here on the Lille program. So everyone's probably wondering what's going on with the pandemic, how are courses being given at your university currently. So currently courses are being done online. We do hope to have students back on campus this semester. And certainly we are planning for the summer program and for fall 2021 and spring of 2022 to be in person. However, we will have options online. For the summer program, we're going to be selecting a number of courses that will be guaranteed to open either in person or online. So I'll have that determination probably in the next few weeks. I'm just waiting to hear back from some of the professors who are interested and can transform their course from in person to online. But we'll be able to guarantee some courses for the summer program. And we'll be able to guarantee that the hours can work out for you as well. So we're gonna, if it's French language, we're gonna have a class in the morning and a class in the afternoon. So the class in the afternoon would be for people in North America. So it would be the morning time for you guys and not, at 3 in the morning or at 10 at night or something along those lines. We'll be sending out some more detailed information as we make those determinations. In terms of the regular semester, the classes are being done online currently, but we hope to have them back in person. We do have certain guidelines to follow, though, from the French government, which limits the number of capacity, the number of students we can have in each room. So there's a good possibility that come September, you might have some of the classes online, but I wouldn't think that you would have an entire course online. But it is possible that okay, maybe on Mondays and Wednesdays you meet in person, and on Fridays it's online or something along those lines. So a hybrid model. And then, of course, I always want to point out that we have a lot of very useful documents on our website. So the website is completely translated in English as well. So just click on the upper right-hand corner. You can change it from French to English. And we have a very detailed international brochure that outlines the university, the different schools, what the subjects are that are taught. We then also have another document that lists all of the courses by school that are taught in English. The one that's currently on there is for this past academic year. The new one should be available, I think, sometime in spring for fall 2021. And then I also have a detailed European summer program brochure online as well, which outlines everything that's included and a couple of cool, interesting student testimonials and things like that are involved. And we also have videos. So there's videos on our websites as well that show students and what the programs are like.